So day 13. Today we're moving in lateral flexion. So if you had to imagine that you're standing between two panes of glass, it's the sideways movement that you're able to achieve through that plane. There isn't any rotation, your shoulder and your hips can't move forward, but it's just that sideways movement. So that's what we're going to be focusing on with our exercises today. So to start off, I want you to drop your head down to the side, ear towards your shoulder, not lifting your shoulder to meet your ear, and just holding it there. You'll feel the stretch on this side. You might feel a little bit of pain or a little bit of a pinch on the side that you're flexing towards. If so, just lift your head slightly out of that pain. If you want to increase that stretch, you're going to bring your opposite hand into your lower back. And if you want to increase it even further, you bring your hand just to rest on top of your head. You're not pulling, but just the weight of your hand and your arm increases that movement. Dropping that hand, bringing your other arm out and lifting your head. Let's go to the other side. You might find that you are tighter on one side than the other side and you don't move as far. And it probably has to do with which position you put your head in during the day when you're working. We don't often sit straight staring at our computer screens. Even our TVs aren't set necessarily in front of us at the right angle, so we might look up or to the side. And bringing that hand off your head and out from behind you, head back up. Reaching arms up nice and tall, making sure the shoulders are still down, you're not up in your ears. You use the muscles around your shoulder blades to pull them down, and let's keep them here. You breathe in as you reach up and out, going down to the side. Holding it here, breathing in and out, back to the middle, and reaching up. Try and keep your hips squared. So don't let, if you're reaching towards the right, that left hip pull forward. And you're not just going down to the side, you're reaching up and over as if you're going over a fence. Keeping your top shoulder rotated backwards as well, not rolling forward. And let's do one more each way. You might be surprised as to how stiff you are through your rib cage or through this area underneath your arm. And bringing it down. Coming to sit on your mat. Using your hands on the back of your legs to roll down gently. Feet fist width apart. Hands are circling around into behind your head. Popping those elbows up so you can see them, making sure your lower back is in neutral, your chest is nice and relaxed, and your thumbs are going down the back of your neck and hands are interlaced behind your head. You're going to breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're going to lift your head and your neck, reaching this part up away from you, chin out of your chest as if there's a lovely soft peach sitting here. Breathe in and out and rolling back down. And in and out. If you've gotten the hang of the breathing, I want you to try breathe in, start breathing out, and then move. And in and out. So often we breathe out at the end of the movement. So if we think we're breathing out, but we're actually holding our breath, and out. Now I want you to circle your arms round so that they're next to your legs. Breathe in, and then as you breathe out, you're going to go down to the one side, back to the center, down to the opposite side. Try and keep your shoulder blades up off the mat. Legs are staying nice and still, And you're just moving down to the side, using your obliques, your side abs. Now let's see if we can do one more each way. Circle those arms back around, breathing in and out. If you find you have any neck pain, just keep one hand behind your head so that you end up in this position and do one side at a time, and then you'll do the other side. Rather than your neck straining and you finding that you're clenching your jaw and poking your chin up. Breathing in and out. Lifting up and in and out as you circle your arms back. This time we're going to go double time. So if you're using your hand behind your neck or your head, you're going to still go single time. Alright, we're going to go down to the right, the left, right, left. This is harder to keep your knees still, don't let them sway. And one more. Coming back to center, breathing in as your arms go back and out. Coming down. Right. Arms can stay behind your head, reaching away from you, breathing in, and as you breathe out, tilt that pelvis, roll your lower back and then your rib cage up off the mat. Reach those knees away from your arms. Reach your fingertips away from your knees and get a lovely stretch through the front of your body. Breathing in and out as you roll back down. Bring arms above your head, breathing in and out. And you might wonder why this feels a little bit more wobbly, a little bit harder. And that's because we've taken your arms away as stability. So you're having to work a little bit harder to keep your hips stable, those abdominals are firing, and your back should be working as well. Breathing in and out. And there's nothing wrong with your back muscles working, but your back should not be arching or straining. And in and out, rolling back up. Holding it up at the top, I want you to scissor your arms. So one arm's going to go back, the other arm's going to go down to your side. And now what I want you to do is circle them, holding those hips up, and circle them again. If your hands don't touch the floor, your arms are popped, that's fine. You just circle in whatever range you're able to hold it. Now breathing in, and as you roll down, you're going to circle. So this is going to take a little bit of coordination. Breathing in and out. All the way up and out. While you're concentrating on something else, you might find that you slow down that movement, breathing in and out, making sure you move all the way through your spine and the shoulders are going all the way through. And in and out. And breathing in and out. And after 2 weeks of Pilates, I hope you're starting to find that you've got a little bit more mobility through your spine. And that you're feeling like you are articulating a little bit more through each vertebra. Breathing in and out. Holding it at the top. Scissoring your arms back to above your face. Breathing in and out as you roll down. All the way through. Bring those arms down, moving onto your side. So the exercise we're going to do is up on our knees, but if you feel more comfortable on your elbow, you're going to be working with your hip down, nice and strong through this shoulder, and you're going to bring your arm and you're going to be working like this. You can bring your arm straight, like that. So if that looks like the right position for you, you stay there, otherwise coming up onto high knees, dropping onto one arm, reaching that opposite leg away, hand comes up and over your head, as if you're reaching, and you get this lovely stretch through the right side of your body. What you're going to do is you're going to lift your right leg and your right arm to meet. And up. So you're working in the hip or in the glutes of the right leg that you're lifting, but your weight bearing glute should also be working, holding you here. Let's do 2 more. Head in a nice straight line, eye gaze as straight as possible. Reach it out as much as you can and bringing it in and down. So you should feel that glute working with your weight bearing. Lifting into high kneeling again, reaching that leg out, dropping onto that hand, getting your head in a good position. Don't let your neck drop. Reach your arm overhead, lifting that left leg, and let's go up and down. Two more. And coming back down. Let's stay on this side, lying onto your side now, nice and flat. So if you're on your elbow, you're dropping onto your arm, and you're going to find your position, lift through your waist, get your balance, top arm in front of you. I want you to breathe in, and as you breathe out, float your legs up, and we're going to scissor. So top leg forward, bottom leg back, and drop them down onto the ground. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, you're picking them up. And down. And up. Now try and not drop them down completely, they're just touching, and you're picking up. So this isn't really an exercise in lateral flexion, but it's using the muscles here that work when we do laterally flex. One more, and relaxing down. Rolling over or swapping sides. Correcting your setup before you lift your legs. Lifting that waist, placing your hand in front of you, making sure your hips are stacked. Top leg's going to come forward, bottom leg back. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, you're lifting them up. Make sure that you don't have too much weight on that top, that front hand, and that you're not leaning through it. And lowering, and out, and in. Reaching your hand away from you. Knees as straight as you can keep them, don't let them bend. Last one. Reach it away from you and lowering. Coming onto hands and knees and reaching back into prayer stretch or rest position. Walking your hands all the way across so that you get a lovely stretch through the right side of your body. Continue reaching those hands away from your hips. Breathe into the right side of your lungs. And out. And in. And out. And in. And out. Walking your hands over to the other side. Breathing in and out. And in and out. And in. And hands coming back to center. Tucking your toes under, shooting hips up, feet are nice and fist width apart, your knees are nice and soft, breathing in, and as you breathe out, tuck that pelvis and roll back up. I want you to find a wall that you can stand up against, your head's nice and flat against it. Sometimes even just achieving this position can be quite hard, and I want you to go down to the side, staying against the wall. Now this is true lateral flexion. And you can see how your hips limit you and your rib cage. But it should feel a lot easier than we started moving in the beginning. And then the other way. Making sure your head doesn't flop forward. And back up. Right, so those are all the different planes of movement. Tomorrow we're going to stretch it out. I think we've done quite a bit of Pilates up until now, so it'd be lovely to just get our bodies to release some of that tension. And I'll see you all tomorrow.